Nigel Farage, bring him on the telly right now. Of course, the Brexit leader, the freedom fighter, the man whose show on GB News you can find on flashnews.com.au, joins us now from London. You're a mate of Donald Trump's, but what did you think about the FBI turning up to his joint today? Hellfire and brimstone because documents that were already being returned, well, apparently it was time to start cracking open his safe. What did you think?
Not only has it been proved beyond doubt that the deep state does exist, that the Democrats are led by some pretty vile human beings, but it is now official. As of this moment in time, 21st century America under Joe Biden is no better than a banana republic. This is the kind of vindictive, horrible behaviour that you expect of despotic third world regimes. I have to say, I am shocked. I mean, I knew they were horrible people. And we've seen throughout the years the Mueller inquiries, 2 completely false impeachments, a Russia hoax that went on and on and on. And why are they doing it now? Well, I can tell you. I was in Dallas at the weekend. I was at the Trump speech on Saturday. He is presenting some real strong policy solutions to the decay and decline and crime and drugs that are there in American cities, and they're absolutely terrified, the liberal order, because they saw last week all of his nominees won their primaries right across the length and breadth of America. They fear the midterms. They do not want this man back in the White House in 2024. They can see that he's fit, he's strong, his campaign is gaining momentum. But I'll tell you what, if they think by behaving like this, fair-minded Americans will take their side, they've utterly misread decent American people. In some ways, horrible, vile though this is, it could do Trump a whole lot of good.
Do you think that the Mueller inquiry, the false impeachments, now this, are the punishment for hacking the system, the punishment for being the outsider who beat the absolute dead set, born to rule expectation? And just as Chuck Schumer said, when you turn around and insult the intelligence agencies like he did about their failures in Iraq and their imperfect record at home, that this is the very long tail forever, that they just keep going till they get you.
Former British Deputy Prime Minister Norman Tebbit, he was Margaret Thatcher's deputy, said to me in 2001, he said, Nigel, you're taking on the establishment. You're not one of them. You are really attacking their cherished values and belief systems they've had pretty much since the end of World War II. And Norman warned me. He said, they are not going to make your life easy. Are you tough enough to go through this? And sure enough, they made my life complete hell. And rather like Trump, I was funded by the Russians, etc., etc. Yes, that's exactly what's going on. Trump is the absolute total outsider. He's challenging their failing liberal orthodoxy. And they've proved they're prepared to do anything to bring him down. But you see, if they can treat a former American president like this, well, what civil rights, what freedoms, what protections are there for absolutely anybody else? It is disturbing to see America, frankly, going down the drain like this.
Does this stuff strengthen Trump? I mean, I know that's what we've got to say publicly, but in the conversations you've had, is there an exhaustion that kicks in after a while?
I do remember one day being in the Oval Office, and I looked at him and I thought, wow, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. They are making your life hell. And yet, somehow, somewhere, inside that man is just a lion of a fighter. I don't know any other human being who could have put up with what he put up with for 4 years. All he had to do was change policy. All he had to do was stop talking about the southern border, stop talking about drugs and crime in America's cities. All he had to do was to bend to the agenda of Black Lives Matter or others. If he'd done those things, he would have had a lovely, easy time. And yet, he didn't come into politics to do that. He came into politics because he thought America was going rotten under the out-of-touch liberal elite. And I've got to tell you, and I mean this, I know some people love him and some people find his New Yorker style just too much to bear. But I promise you, he is the bravest man I've ever met.
Good stuff. Thank you, Nigel. Look forward to seeing you again next week.